Paul McCartney spoke on Band on the Run, saying, "It was symbolic. If we ever get out of here, all I need is a pint a day." In the Beatles, we started off as just kids, really, who loved our music and wanted to earn a bob or two so we could get a guitar and a nice car. It was a very simple ambition at first. But then, as it went on, it became business meetings and all of that. So there was a feeling of, if we can get out of here. Yeah, and I did. From one of those meetings, Paul got the idea for the track. It was actually George Harrison who said, "If we ever get out of here." From there, Paul got the idea of artists escaping from the constraints of corporations and lawyers, specifically the constraints of Alan Klein, leaving the now solo Beatles free to create and get Apple back on track. Paul also said he was inspired by drug busts being on the rise on bands and musicians. He said, "Our argument on Band on the Run was, don't put us on the wrong side. We're not criminals and we don't want to be." The band recorded a demo and then went to Lagos, Nigeria to record parts of the full album when they ran into trouble. The McCartneys were robbed at knife point, and the demos for the song were stolen. The band would then have to record the finished versions of the songs from memory. This incident would later be dramatized and reinterpreted for Paul's Give My Regards to Broad Street movie. As to the whereabouts of the demos, it's still unknown. Paul theorized it was the stuff that would be worth a bit on eBay these days, But no, we figured the guys who mugged us wouldn't even be remotely interested. If they had known, they could have just held on to them and made themselves a little fortune. But they didn't know, and we reckon that they probably recorded over them. The track features 3 distinct sections, a ballad opening, a funky middle, and a country folk ending, trying to emulate what the Eagles had done. For the orchestrations on this and the album, they sought out Tony Visconti, who had previously worked with T-Rex. He completed his writing of the orchestrations in only 3 days with Paul. For some reason, though, he isn't credited on the 25th anniversary reissue of the record. The original idea for the album was to release no singles, but executives from Capitol insisted. After Jet was released and proved to be a hit, Paul was convinced, and the song was released with 1985 in the US and Zoo Gang in the UK. It reached number 1 in the United States and number 3 in the United Kingdom. 2 videos would be produced for the single. The first during its initial release by a college student named Michael Coulson, who mainly made a photo slideshow using photos of the Beatles, not of Wings. The second was produced in 2014 and featured artwork from the same artist who had worked with Paul on the cover for his album, New. The song proved incredibly popular, even with former bandmate John Lennon, who said, "A great song and a great album." It's often regarded as one of Paul's best solo tracks and has become a concert staple of his. To me, it's the perfect long weekend or half-day song. You jump in your car, drive to the highway during the intro, and as you come onto the road itself, you just take off as the song does. The best song to escape the world to. The content on this channel is made possible from viewers like you. Help the channel grow by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.